An outsourced full-time equivalent, also known as FTE, developer is a good choice for companies that need to expand or shrink their teams on a month-to-month basis. This capability empowers a company to meet deadlines since they are able to instantly have more developers when needed, and it also enables a company to save money since they only need to pay the developers on an as-needed basis. Another benefit is the ability to have full control over the outsourced employee's tasks. Unlike a fixed-bid developer, the FTE developer is essentially your company's employee in most ways. As long as their hourly rate is paid, the outsourced developer will shift to work on the tasks required by the company. A company starting a project, such as an innovative app, might need skills such as a project architect or a quality assurance engineer. Although they could hire a fixed-bid developer, they cannot know for certain what difficulties they might run into or what unforeseen problems they might need to troubleshoot. An FTE developer will be able to solve these issues without requiring a change in contract. Meeting deadlines is also easier since expanding your team is easy, and the time, money, and stress involved in hiring and then firing an employee upon project completion isn't there. Conversely, hiring an outsourced FTE developer can cause some apprehension. With most FTE developers working remotely, it can create issues with a lack of in-office networking, concerns about communication, and questions about making things work when there might be a large time difference. Even with these concerns, the benefits of hiring an outsourced FTE developer are many. Let's look at 5 key benefits of hiring an outsourced FTE developer.
Benefit number 1. Team integration. With a large project looming and a short deadline approaching, many companies will realize they need to expand their team to meet a deadline. This may require more personnel, expertise, or both. Hiring an in-house developer will take time and money that might not be readily available. Securing a fixed-bid developer might be fast, but this individual will not really be a part of the team. Imagine a basketball team where one player says, "I'm only here to dribble, and I won't do anything else or help anyone else since it isn't my job." If a developer is working on a fixed-bid project, they will not be available to help the rest of the team complete pressing tasks. Hiring an FTE developer or team of developers allows them to fully integrate with an existing team. As they are essentially company employees, they will be able to shift focus, assist in problem solving, and maintain open communication. Modern communication programs such as Slack, Teams, Zoom, and GoToMeeting make integrating with existing teams frictionless. Many clients create long-term relationships with FTE teams, which allows them to develop trust in their abilities without the necessity of employing them firsthand.
Benefit number 2. Quick start. Finding, interviewing, and selecting the right candidates to complete a project can be time-consuming and cost a company thousands of dollars. Let's look at that process. Even after those individuals are identified, hired, and onboarded, a company may need to define the project and establish a direction for the development. The new employee must also be trained to eliminate gaps in their areas of expertise as it relates to the custom solution being developed. At the end of the project, if there is no additional work for the employee, the company will be forced to have a tough conversation about their position being eliminated. This might cause bad feelings with the employee, damage a company's reputation, and the time and money involved in onboarding the employee is wasted. With an FTE team, the selection of developers, onboarding, and management is outsourced, which translates to saved time and money. Additionally, an FTE team often will have worked together on other projects, so a solid team dynamic is in place from the beginning.
Benefit number 3. Cost-effective. Hiring a candidate takes time and money, but another factor to be considered is the loss of productivity while going through the hiring process. With weeks passing, it is estimated that the time to hire process can cost a company thousands of dollars in profits. One must also count the cost of advertising for a developer and paying an HR manager or other HR personnel to complete the searching, interviewing, and onboarding process. With the developer ready to begin work, they must now be equipped with a high-quality computer. The cost of overhead must be determined, with everything from office space to a desk and chair being added into the cost of hiring and keeping the employee happy. Even if the employee will work from home, many developers will expect the computer and perhaps even a home office outfitting budget. With the developer now working, they will expect other items to keep them happy. With everything from team building events to stocking the kitchen with enough coffee, the cost of keeping an employee happy might lie in dozens of small expenses that add up to a large one. Hardware in place, a developer might now need access to software resources or additional hardware to perform necessary development. Individual companies might have additional costs that should be added to these figures. Choosing to hire an outsourced FTE developer eliminates many of these costs. The purchase of a computer and overhead costs are covered by the developer if he or she is a freelancer, or by the company that employs them if he or she is not. The outsourced partner company will take care of onboarding, payroll, and other issues, which frees up HR personnel to work on other things. One of the most cost-effective measures in hiring an outsourced developer is the ability to start work immediately. With the price of lost productivity at $10,000 or more, hiring an outsourced FTE developer capable of starting within days rather than weeks saves a company large sums of money. Especially if the company is looking for a team of developers rather than one individual. Benefit number 4. Institutional knowledge. Software development requires skill and expertise to be done correctly. With the constant changes and improvements happening within the technology world, a developer is constantly learning and evolving to keep pace. Most developers will specialize in one coding language, although some developers are considered full stack. Each piece of software to be developed will have specific goals laid down by either a company or an individual. Taking the software from an idea to reality will often require more than one type of developer. A company might have one or several skilled developers in-house, but they might not have a CTO or senior-level architect with the required experience to oversee the proposed project. If the project is the idea of one individual with a startup, this problem might be exacerbated if they don't have the experience needed to oversee the project. Perhaps a project has a skilled architect, but lacks a UI/UX designer or QA engineer. Hiring an FTE developer will allow these positions to be easily filled. Programming languages available to the project are also limited to the ones known by the in-house developers or startup founder. Perhaps most company projects work well written in Ruby, but a particular solution would be better if coded in .NET. Handcuffed by needing to use the language known by in-house developers, the result may be a custom solution that doesn't work as well as it should. Outsourcing these issues can relieve this pressure. With the ability to select a quality assurance engineer, project manager, or another specific skill set, the gaps in the skills of those working on the project can be filled by outsourced FTE employees. The ability to grow or shrink the team as needed also allows for the company to only pay for the skill set when they need it. An FTE development team will be assembled by an outsourcing partner company to fill needs. In addition, the developers will bring a large amount of knowledge shared within their parent company that will enable them to work on and complete your project.
Benefit number 5. Agility. Employing agile principles and values allows for the ability to change and alter a plan throughout the development process. A fixed bid project is locked within the parameters laid forth in the contract created at the beginning of the job. Although this is fine if the job requirements are definitive at the beginning, software often involves changes no one saw coming. For large-scale projects and innovating startups, unexpected problems are the rule rather than the exception. This is especially true when developing a startup product that will scale and grow as the business grows. In the beginning, the founder or team lead may be able to see the desired destination on top of the mountain, but not all the twists and turns of the road that will get them there. If the application is like nothing created before, the problems that arise might also be like nothing seen before. Any new product on the market will need to expand as the customer base grows and new customers are onboarded. The customer base is not the only thing growing. Adding features and functions to better serve customers is a necessity. In a fixed bid contract, each new feature or function will require a reevaluation from a technical, time, and cost perspective. Only after decisions are reached and costs are agreed can the development proceed. An FTE employee doesn't require a new contract or evaluation every time a change is made to the project. They can immediately begin working on a new task without losing time to a reassessment to determine changes in the time or cost of the project. Technical adjustments can be made and integrated into the development without a change order, new discovery process, or additional contracts. For many companies, hiring an outsourced FTE developer is a good and economical option that will help them meet the needs of projects. Swan Software Solutions has provided many such developers to companies, including some who have worked with the client companies for over a decade. If you'd like to find out more, visit swansoftwaresolutions.com and read our free white paper. Or, if you're ready to start the free discovery process, schedule a call today.